Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to...
How does it feel to be chosen as the executive director of the National Film and Video Censors Board by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
Honestly, my brother, thank you so much for having me. It's really a privilege to be on this live interview with you. I mean, I don't take it for granted at all. To answer your question, I am still processing, how the president and commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria approved the recommendation of my honorable minister, Barrister Musawa, for me to be appointed as executive director of the National Film and Video Censors Board. I want to say that it's God's doing, and I also want to say that perhaps I've been doing my job, going about what we're doing, what all of us have been doing, documenting the industry, preferring solutions, making recommendations on the industry. And somebody just thought that, hey, this is the time to have you come and do some of those things you have been writing and recommending on through your years of writing on Nollywood, interviewing people, talking about the issues in the industry. And the recommendation was made and the president approved. And I was at an event. Actually, we're planning a documentary on Nollywood with some filmmakers, including Dr. Victor Hai. And the announcement just came, breaking news. And I was excited not for my appointment, but I saw Tinubu's name as MD of, it was a news flash, and Obi Asika, Tinubu's name. So I just screamed, oh, for once, Tinubu, an actor, an industry person has been appointed to take over the NFC. Not that we've not had an industry person at the NFC. We have had Afolabi Adesonya. We have had Professor Aeginos Ekwazi, but for the first time, we have somebody who is a practitioner, a known practitioner, made in it. So I screamed. But as I was screaming, I think it was Dr. Victor Hai or Dan Chris Ebie who now told me, check number 2 on the list. So when I just looked at number 2, I just saw Dr. Shaibu Husseini. Hey, I just said, I've never come across anybody with Shaibu Husseini as name, not to talk of doctor that is at the front. NFDCB. I said, maybe if they had put me in a museum, I would have thought that it was another person. But by the time they said NFDCB, I said, hey, in fact, let me not say I fainted. I just sank into the chair that I was, and everybody started rejoicing for me and all that. And I started getting calls from everywhere. And what I started reading, later affirmed the fact that it was God at work, and it was the president ensuring that he appoints the right people at the right place. Because all the newspaper reports, all the reviews that came after the appointment felt that the president has done it right for the sector, for a new ministry that he first created, and then for the entertainment, culture, and art sector. Because Obi Asika, Aisha Ogi, Nuhu, I won't say myself now so that it doesn't look as if I'm taking credit. Holloway, and so many others that were appointed alongside me.
Now, were you expecting the appointment in any way, or it came as a huge surprise to you?
No, it came, I was not expecting it. So for the members of the industry, in fact, some people called me, some very mighty people in the industry called me and said, we never expected it. Like, we never thought of that a list will be out and then your name will be there, as a journalist and all that. But I said, even me, I never expected it. No. Even though somehow I knew that, look, it has come to a time when we will just stop, like people like all you and the rest, people who are in the media. It has come to a time when at least somebody should say, look, you guys in the media, you have talked so much about this industry and the rest. Can you go there and do something? So it wasn't as if I was expecting it. And in fact, if somebody had told me that I was going to be appointed, I may not have even bothered so much because I know I was in government when I was appointed. So I know that government appointments, until they tell you that you should carry umbrella, that is going to rain, that you carry umbrella, don't carry. I've been with a man who was told that he will be appointed on Monday as some chief press secretary or whatever. He traveled to France on Friday. He said he wants to go and buy suits, buy stuff to prepare for the job. By Monday, they gave it to another person. I have been with a man who called us and said we should come and wait by the radio set and television set by 4 o'clock. You know, those days appointments were done only by 4 or so, during the time when we never had social media. And we sat down with him. He was expecting his name to be appointed Director General of a particular institution I don't want to mention. And at 4, they mentioned somebody's they mentioned another name. Not that list changes, but sometimes there are other considerations. You know, you may be qualified or you may not even be qualified at all. There might be other considerations that will come in and all that. Anything can happen at any time, even at the point of approval. The president may say that I don't like this, your recommendation, give me something else and the rest. So it wasn't something that anyone I was expecting really, and I know how it works. Even if you come today and tell me that I'll be appointed something tomorrow, honestly, I'll just go to God and say, may your will be done. Because if you want to follow if you want to follow the will of man, that morning that you are expecting the news, you will hear something else.